Alright, hello my friends and welcome back to my channel, and this is the last video of the Eurovision analysis that I'm going to post. This video is going to be going through my top 27 with the restrictions of having the big five and the host already in that final, because like in my ideal final, like if I'm following the rules of the competition, I have 10 from semifinal 1 and 10 from semifinal 2. And the big five get an automatic pass, I guess. Predictions Tuesday and Thursday add up to about 75% accuracy. I sort of have like 6 categories, and then basically there are like three levels on which the songs are. So either I just didn't connect to it, or they're fun sometimes and I can appreciate their quality, or they're songs that I like but I kind of understand like if people criticize them. And then there's the third level, which where if you criticize the song on that level, I may actually call you an actual monster. So luckily for me, there are only 2 countries in the bottom tier, and it's also a strange thing to show how subjective music is, because these 2 songs on the bottom have like 2 sister songs, kind of like with a similar message, similar sounding stuff, and those 2 I connected way more with, which is just a mystery. But okay. And Chloe, get ready. I didn't connect. I don't know, I just didn't connect with the UK this year, even though I have Sweden up there somewhere, and the thing is he does deliver vocally. He really does. It's just, I don't know, music is weird like that sometimes. I can't explain it. You probably can't either, but that's okay. Next up is France. Now I saw in the semi-final that they sort of reinterpreted the song slightly, like changed, like they didn't rewrite the song, they just changed some aspects, like some sounds were harder, some things were more emphasized or something along those lines. So maybe this might grow on me, I don't know. But as of now I don't feel like a connection, even though I do think the message is pretty good. Let's now move on to tier 2 and the first category of radio hits. Like, these songs scream professionalism, they were professional, hence they also qualified. Let's see, they're all qualifiers. They all have professional production, and so these are radio songs. I don't mind them, I can enjoy them sometimes, and so let's jump into the first qualifier from semi-final 2, which is Azerbaijan. I didn't have any doubts about this one qualifying. Do I think the staging was a little bit strange? Like, I don't know, did they really have to have these robots doing his heart only for the lyrics to be like printed heart? Did that really have to be a thing? I don't know. I will admit the chorus does get catchy, and it can't shut up about itself. Like, it really can't. Which is why I'm gonna not have more of the chorus in here. Cut to a verse. But I think he delivered it solidly on stage, even though I feel like there was kind of like a little bit of a disconnect between his performance and like the audience. Next up we have Cyprus. This was also one of the ones where I didn't even question that she was gonna qualify it. Like, especially with the hype around Tamta in the Eurovision community and them and people realized or kind of saying that it was similar to last year's entry, Fuego. I mean, they do go kind of in the same playlist, but I actually was watching the show and felt like there was a slight disconnect between the show and the audience. Maybe that was just me, but next up we have Italy. And so this song is an automatic qualifier, but I think this one actually does deserve its qualification because this is another year of Italy Dares. Has Italy ever had like a mainstream song? Because I don't really think so. Like, one year they are Bond theme, one year they are opera, one year they are rock. The first year they came back they were jazz, remember that? And this year they are somewhat kind of rap, which I usually don't listen to, but I can listen to this and enjoy it, so Mahmoud, very good, I approve. Let's continue with Switzerland. See what I mean with the Turkish vibes? If you you have the red background and then the white foreground, they really do give me Turkish vibes, and we actually have both the language of Turkish and the Turkish vibes in this year's final, so that's kind of cool. Although it doesn't beat actual Turkey being in the competition. But Switzerland's entry is catchy and they put on quite a show. Did I expect this one to qualify? Well, yes. Like, not even a shadow of a doubt. Is it my number 3? Or was it my number 3 in terms of ranking them by most likely to win? It actually was my number 3 for seeing how well they were gonna do. So I just love how many people put Switzerland in number 3. Next up we have the song that kind of gave me a little bit of Just Glynn vibes. Professional singer, professional staging, maybe a bit weird and risky visuals, but I enjoyed it and it made for quite the spectacle. Katharina, you're great. You're pretty good. And now the last song in this category is Malta. And man, they killed me with well, actually, maybe they didn't kill me by announcing Malta last, but they both semi-finals, like I follow Eurovision Chloe, in both semi-finals her favorite were announced dead last, and they gave her a heart attack both times. I'm so sorry, Chloe. As of my opinions, I think they did something kind of cool with the staging. Of course, if you're gonna go for like a professional production and staging, you kind of almost have to sort of give up some of the connection to the live audience. Like, I feel like there's a balance you have to strike between how much you connect with the TV viewers and how much you're connecting with the live viewers. Alright, next category, same tier, medium. This is the fun song category. And the first one to be announced in here is, are we surprised at all? San Marino. Although, maybe you're not surprised that it is in the fun category, but you might be surprised that it actually did qualify. I think regardless of whether people liked the song or didn't like the song, all our brains were going, what, sorry? Just, I saw it going in because I saw that there was a lot of love for Serhat and arguably a bit of tiny nation love. Like San Marino is just small and quote unquote cute because of that, and so I don't know. I think there is an argument to be made that people wanted to vote for the smallest country because it was the smallest country. But I'm kind of glad this is in just for some, I don't know, silly goofiness and fun. Also, it's San Marino. Next in here we have Spain, automatic qualifier. I usually don't listen to this type of music. Like when it comes on the radio, most of the time I feel a bit annoyed by it, but somehow they made this work. And especially given the sneak peek that we got from the semi-final, I think they actually managed to stage like a fun song. I think they actually managed to do some proper staging for it, because I found that staging songs that are happy is actually a lot harder than to stage songs as dramatic. Last song in this category is Sweden, and I blame the mamas for that. This could have also gone in the professional category, but I think that the reason it's so high is because like the studio version I feel like is lacking a little bit, but this song live is just awesome the way they did it, and so that's why it lands where it lands. So now it's time to jump into the category of songs that just pull you in. And we are getting into the top 15 at this point. And this category basically exists on two tiers. It's sitting on the medium tier, and then there are some songs where I will start calling you an actual monster if you say anything bad about these songs. But before I jump into my top 15, I want to put out an honorable mention to the Ukraine, because I believe that in my ranking this is where she would have gone. I do believe that she would have qualified. I do believe that she could have done really well. I'm not sure how much of a fan I am of the song, but it kind of just pulled me in, and there was nothing that I could do about it. It's just well produced, and so, and also including her, I feel like just want to show a little bit of, support again for that, for probably like her hardest decision ever. My number 15. I guess I have kind of a weak spot for like softer entries this past while, but Latvia. Eurovision, y'all make me sad. I actually just really enjoyed that entry. Like, I was hoping, because it had like the same starting position as Slovenia, number 5, I was hoping that it would also be as lucky, like a calm song in number 5. Semi-final 1 it qualified, semi-final 2 it didn't. Oh well. I wanted this to qualify though. it 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 was just a small 3-minute relaxation. Regardless, thank you Latvia for sending this. My rank 14 goes to Belarus. Now this could be in the fun entry, in the fun category again, but this I feel like her performance was more energetic and just I feel like her performance was more energetic and her vocals were on point. Obviously Tamta's were on point too, but I feel like the energy in the room was different with Belarus. It felt more alive than it did with Cyprus, and yeah, this song is borderline catchy, but you know what, I don't care. I was a bit nervous for the song to not qualify, but she did qualify, and I am looking forward to seeing the song again because I enjoy it quite a bit. Is he gonna like it? Yes, I do like it, Zena, don't worry. Next song that just pulls you in is Russia's Scream. And so I talked a bit about how everyone's kind of expecting some massive staging because like it's Russia. It seems specifically it's Sergei, and the song had like this heartbeat bridge to it, which I thought was going to be the key to over the top staging idea. Plot twist, it wasn't so much ambitious as it was effective. They used LED screens as mirrors, and it's funny that North Macedonia should do something similar, but that's a different story. Was I worried about their qualification? Not at all. And then rank 12 out of left field to qualify, Iceland. I told you this was a wild card. I told you this was gonna be like a dark horse that no one understands why they like, but they kind of just got pulled in because that is how strong the entry is. Like the performance on its own is just it fits with this song. Like the package on it as it sits is solid. Don't question the package. Just go with it. Like don't question the. I think that's why people voted for it. Like it fit together. Like it was meant to be this way. Like this, the staging fit with the song and everything, and yep, Iceland qualified. Alright, that's a thing that happened, okay. And last, in tier 2 of the magnetic songs is Albania, place 11. This song, I felt like it was sure to qualify at the beginning, and then I got a little bit more nervous when I saw who else they were up against. But I trusted Jonita's vocals to deliver, which they did, thank goodness, and the song itself is just listen to it on Saturday, or listen to it playing in the group background, I don't know. but the song is really great. They even used some of the visuals from the music video in the live performance, like in the LED screens. I recognized one visual on the floor. If you can find it, let me know in the comments below once Saturday has passed. And now, my top 10. We are still in the category of songs that just pulled me in and didn't let me back out. Number 10. I was convinced this was gonna qualify because it's like Australia, but also Kate is a fairy. Her voice is gorgeous. The performance was stellar and made me question just about everything I thought I knew about a Eurovision stage performance, because she was literally floating around in space for the first minute. Like, I'm not even kidding. In terms of her voice though, I saw that the Eurovision has the Eurovision Song Contest channel on YouTube has released an acoustic version of her song, where it's just her sitting at a grand piano and singing that song, and there's no other instruments, just her, the grand piano, and if you haven't watched it, go treat yourself. I'm serious, that version of the song is equally as gorgeous. And now, get ready for sadness. The next 4 did not qualify. At number 9, we have Poland. I thought the staging worked incredibly well. I was so convinced that because it was like the first non-mainstream sounding song in the first semi-final that it would qualify. Like, I didn't even have a doubt in my mind. Like, I liked the idea of the spinning platform to sort of give the performance more movement than it actually had, and then having them come out was a great idea. Like, come off the platform and get quote-unquote into position. Let's put it this way, I'm glad it got eternalized in a YouTube video that I can watch over and over again. Okay, place 9. Place 8. Armenia. Europe. You make me sad. How did this not qualify? Alright, this is... Yep, we've gone into calling people monsters like this. Europe, I don't think I can excuse you for doing this to me. Thing is, she nailed it too. It's such a powerful entry. Well, regardless, I'm gonna listen to this song over and over again on my playlist, so screw you all. Place, what are we on? Yeah, place 8 for Armenia. 7th place, we have Georgia. I'm noticing a theme. I think the last couple of entries have been fire just through and through, and this one hit. I did kind of worry a little bit that he wasn't going to qualify, but like the live performance was so, his vocals were there, they had the grit and grip of the national final as well. Can we just talk for a second about how he was kind of like a half professional dancer in like the postcard? Just like, you have this image of this serious guy, if you've seen the national live performance, like it is a dark song with grit and whatnot, and then he dances and has a he had a fun time. I bet he had like the best time in the world, because he was smiling and dancing, and that's just not something I expected from him. But Georgia, thanks for the treat in your semifinal. You might not have qualified, but just thank you for epicness. Spot 6 also didn't qualify. Wrong way around again. Also didn't qualify. Romania. Europe, you make me sad. I thought I had found my pearl. This is the best performing entry in the category of songs that just suck you in. Place 6 in my ranking is solid, and it was well pulled off too, and I don't know, people are stupid with their obviously you know what? Let me know in the comments why my favorites didn't qualify. You humans. So now the time has come to jump into my top 5. And now we are obviously at the top tier, and there are 2 categories here. Actually 3, because surprises happen. So I used to have 2 categories, those that gave me goosebumps and those that I feel just really protective over. Let's start with the category of goosebumps. Like I was listening to the playlist at some point going to uni, and there were 3 songs that gave me goosebumps. First of which was German. And now this song was not really too much on my radar at the beginning, because I'd seen the live performance and it wasn't like my favorite, and so I didn't pay too much attention to it. But then way later at some point, like I said, I was listening to this on the train, and then that's when you have like the time to sort of take the song in as a whole, and I think by the time the second chorus hit or something, it just got me. Rank 4, we have an equally amazing ballad from Israel called Home. This one too, it is beautifully constructed. It also kind of takes risks in its composition, but I feel like that's what makes it that much stronger and that much more haunting, and my goodness, is it awesome. Gobi Marimi, you're doing good stuff. Yep, rank 4 for Israel, I said it. Next category, the songs that I just feel so protective over. My top 3. Like actually rank 3 and 2. Rank 3. They killed me with suspense, with waiting to reveal this country. Slovenia. my heart was beating so fast. if you remember.
Tonight's 10 finalists is Slovenia, 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 Slovenia.
But this is one of those songs where I was so worried it wasn't gonna qualify because of how calm it was and everything. Like this was the first song I put on when I was going through the playlist for the first time. This was the first song that I put on because I knew it was just beautiful and dreamy and then and if you love a song so much, you obviously feel like you need to protect the artist from like any criticism, because that's just the way that works. Rank 2, Serbia. I know it's supposed to be like, the stripes are supposed to be this way kind of. People said that this was going to be a certain qualifier because her vocals are on point, the composition is beautiful and everything, but I still was I was still nervous because from the first day that I saw that live performance, I think in the context of having reacted to like the entries, I think this was the first one where I felt like I truly felt that magic spark. And that was in episode 2 out of 5, so. And since I love me some symphonic rock, my heart had the feeling of, like, I had the feeling of needing to protect her from any types of criticism. This is just a gorgeous entry. So, rank 2. And now, surprise out of left field. I didn't think this one was gonna qualify, but it did, and I'm so happy that it did. And also, the reason it is number 1 is because I may have been very, like, I may have actually been very close to, like, crying, like, actually. And that spot, number 1, goes to North Macedonia. And if a song can move you so much, then regardless of what the rest of the ranking says, that's when they deserve a number 1 spot. But let me know what your favorites are. Like, I know I didn't mention the songs that I didn't predict to qualify. Like, there are some songs that have qualified but that I didn't predict to qualify, and I just didn't bother with those that I didn't want in the finals. So maybe let me know if you want me to talk about those other songs as well. But thank you so much for watching, thank you for your attention and time, and I will see you with a new video whenever I have the time to produce one next. Bye. And now go and enjoy that Eurovision final.